let me quickly come back. I'd introduce my guests, and we were about saying a few things when we were told that we had to go catch up with Sonny. But I'm expecting, as we go along, that Femi Adefeso, remember, Femi Adefeso is always with us on Thursdays with a lot of basketball. So we'll hope to get across to him as well on the show. Okay, Femi, guys, you have to keep waiting. I'm sure you will agree that you have to keep waiting. Let's cross over to the National Stadium in Lagos now to hook up with Femi Adefeso. Femi's been covering the Zenith Women Basketball League, and I think we're down to the business end of that competition as well. And Femi has a whole lot to share with us from that side of Lagos tonight. Femi, thank you so much for joining us on Sports Tonight. We miss you in the studios, but it's okay. We are happy we have you there. What's going on? What's the latest? What can you tell us?
Well, I'm in the studio as well, but I think it would have been disastrous for me to be away from here because a new champion has emerged.
Wow.
In the Zenith Women Basketball League, and it's First Bank getting their trophy back.
They are not new champions, Femi. They are not new champions.
Well,
former champions have reclaimed their title.
Well, yeah. But you can say they're getting their title back from Dolphins, who are defending the title this season. They won that game convincingly, I must say, 75-60 was how we ended. Total dominance from the beginning of the game. From the very first quarter, they ran away 21-12, and at halftime it was 40-23. Surprising that the defending champions couldn't bring out something of their own. And no surprise, Nkechi Akachili, she's won the most valuable player 4 times, and she indeed won the 5th most valuable player trophy by scoring 24 points, and she was 100% from the free throw line. Brilliant performance from her, leading First Bank to get their trophy this year. So it's First Bank Basketball Club once again going to the summit of basketball in Nigeria. And Dolphins would also be taking away the consolation of playing on the continent this year. As a side attraction, I must say this, Coach Adeomi Aderemi, the former head coach of First Bank Basketball Club, was celebrated. And remember, he's now the head coach of Kwara Falcons, who are doing very well in the DSTV Player Basketball League, topping the Atlantic Conference. I must say he was honored by both the federation and the organizers for his immense contribution to the league. Let's not forget, he won 9 Women's League titles with First Bank, and for 6 years in a row, he won that trophy without any contest. And he led First Bank to 2 continental trophies as well, ruling Africa on the continent. So he's one coach who has made his mark in women's basketball, and it was good to see that they called him first to come and be honored in such a very glorious event. And his former team won, and you could need to have seen all the girls, carrying him up, making they mentioned his name coming out. So it was double joy for all the team mates talking about First Bank. Yeah. Chioma Udiaja, one of the big players for the team, also scored 14 points, and Inke Makarawe making 12 rebounds and 8 points. So all those girls I just mentioned are part of the national team. No surprise about that, and that shows the kind of quality that the Women's League is bringing. On the other side, Patience Ope for Dolphins scored 20 points and 5 assists. Yeah, she's also the only Dolphins player to have made the national team going to Cameroon in 2015. And she was also invited to the camp that will be opening on Sunday for the women's national team. So it's been fun all the way, excitement, and I must also rub in the fact that for the first time, to Custom managed to come third, defeating ITP Queens in the 3rd place match. So it's a whole lot of shaking around, but brilliant improvement from all the teams that have come back. We saw our youth Queens for the first time in a long time come to the final 8. We saw the likes of Bigway Princess as well, showing off not regular names that you would see on a good team. So I must say it is tremendous improvement for women's basketball in Nigeria, and we can really look forward to more. So,
Well, Femi Adefeso, thank you so much for speaking to us. Just to confirm all that you've told us, First Bank are champions again. They've won it. Yes. This year's edition of the Zenith Women Basketball League. Dolphins, the defending champion, have to settle for 2nd place. And Customs, you told us, are finished in 3rd place. That's the confirmation that we can get from you, Femi.
Yes, 7 trophies in 12 years. We must also add that to the fact that's how much First Bank has dominated women's basketball in Nigeria. That's incredible, I must say.
All right, Femi, thank you so much for speaking to us on Sports Tonight. We'll be looking forward to getting you back into the studios next week so that you can give us something more comprehensive. And if you can get some of those beautiful girls to come with you, those beautiful First Bank girls to come with their trophy, we won't mind to have them around us next Thursday. All right, we'll be speaking to Femi Adefeso. Guys, that's a little bit of basketball for you. I know, Rotimi, you follow a lot of basketball, the NBA, and all of that, but...
I follow the Tigers too.
What about the Tigers?
Yeah, I follow the Tigers too, but of course I'm very interested in the women's basketball.
Yeah, but I'm happy. I mean, Femi told us the quality this year has been a lot better.
Yeah.
And I think we should commend all those who have been able to, make it what it is.
Yeah.
And for us, we just hope that these girls, those from the league and those from abroad, can go out to the Olympic Games qualifier and do it.
And just pick
showcase,
one ticket.
Yeah,
Just
one. And showcase basketball to the world, the women's game. We've been to the Olympics before.
Yeah.
We didn't make too much of an impact, but we hope that this time we can go out there and do something more. Guys, before we go on and take a look at the issues around football, there's something I want you to quickly touch upon before we talk football. Brazil in the news. Not the right reasons, but this is a lot of political instability. We knew in the build-up to the World Cup in 2014 there was a lot of trouble, riots every time and all of that. But once the game started, everybody chilled and we had a fantastic World Cup. But this one is in a different dimension because it's also political, and then there are also health issues that are threatening the Olympic Games.
Well, for me, I think we're still going to have an exciting Olympics. By the time it kicks off, probably we'll just see the fun side of Rio. Don't forget, it's only happening in one city and not across Brazil. But for the health issue, the health aspect, I think that's where my worry is. Yes, you can control the athletes coming in, from other parts of the country. That especially if you're pregnant, you can't be a part of the Olympics. But what about the fans? Does it mean we're going to check every pregnant person? Because the Zika virus, we must say, it's more on the pregnant lady than a normal, probably somebody who's not pregnant. So probably if you can check all that you don't want pregnant athletes. How do you control the fans? It's a whole lot of sports going on around Rio, and
I can expect what the amount of influx into the Copacabana beach.
Yes, maybe I don't want to go there, but so I think the hope for me is that according to the IOC doctor budget, he actually said in August the virus, mosquitoes don't really operate because it's winter. And of course, we must mention that. So that could reduce the tension.
And give us some possibilities.
Yes, of Rio still hosting the games. They've spent a whole lot. Yes, they have the political issues going on here and there. And just as Sacco, Benafa, and Schneiderlin will be missing out on Euro 2016, surprisingly, the president of Brazil, or probably the just impeached president, will also be missing out.
We'll be having an acting president.
She could return, but you can be sure, like Rotimi said, what she's going on will last 180 days.
Yeah.
So she's not going to be around
during the Olympics
when it starts. Officially,
we'll miss her.
84 days. 84 days to go. That's seven weeks. My own angle to all of this, I agree with Rotimi. We're going to have, by the time the game starts, we'll forget. But it's the aftermath that I'm worried about, because the World Health Organization have told us that this is an health emergency. And so the consequences of what goes down in Brazil, when people start getting back to their homes, that's probably when we will know. And that, it becomes a global problem.
Issue.
Because of the way this virus has traveled through Latin America should make us worry. And it's not something that we should ignore and say, a lot of things could happen. As to whether or not Dilma Rousseff's trial would affect the Olympics, I think the money allocated for the Olympics has already went out. And I don't really see that. Our political career might be at stake here, but I think the games will go on. I'm more worried about the health implications. I don't want it to become a global.
We'll take care of the mosquitoes.
And they said before it all went to this that they were going to breed some kind of mosquitoes that will make the ones carrying this virus less powerful. I don't know if that worked.
How long are they going to culture that special kind of mosquito?
They're going to make the environment more clean. They said all of those things, and I believe they will do all of that. But it's what people take back to their homelands.
But can you
I thought
control
I'm worried
mosquitoes
about.
around water?
Ah,
You
well.
mentioned Copacabana. Just saying.
What happens in Brazil stays in Brazil. All right. Let's go on. But this is an issue that we'll keep talking about as we build up to the Olympic Games. It's just a few days away, and so the attention of the world will be on what will be going down in Brazil. Guys, let's come back and take a look quickly at football. Before we talk football, let's talk about the football politics that's currently going on. And just quickly tell you that this evening the Nigeria Football Federation disciplinary committee met and took some decisions. The highlight, of course, of the decision that they took is to ban Chris Giwa, Muazu Suleiman, Yaya Adama, Sani Fema, Effiong Johnson, ban them from all football-related activities for 5 years. That's each. That's Chris Giwa, Muazu Suleiman, Yaya Adama, Sani Fema, and Effiong Johnson banned from taking part in any football-related activity for a period of 5 years. But you can, if you want to find out details of all of that, probably go onto the NFF website and read the details of the NFF disciplinary committee recommendations and their findings in coming to that conclusion. All right, but well, are these guys going to take it lying low? I don't think so. But the days ahead will give us an idea.